Okay, perfect. I think this is working. Let's get the stream started. Let's continue where we left off yesterday. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Yeah, welcome back. Today in this stream, we are going to take care of the level design again. This will be the topic for today. And just to be precise, I will quickly show you what we have done yesterday. So I already started with something. Actually, can I go in here and tell him to press shadows to be none? Obviously not, but whatever. Yeah, yesterday we started some level design based on what Megaman has, so I will quickly go through with it with you. I got already some feedback. So as you can see over here, there's a little spot where you can walk, and then so it's basically most of the time not real difficult to maneuver. So it's just simple, like in here. You have just some jumps and stuff like this. You can move over here, and that's it. That's it, pretty much. What we have right now. But the thing is that I got some feedback that this, for this level at least, is a little bit too much on the verticality. That's how you say. And that's why I will be going and moving all of this a little bit further down, like so. I mean, what's inside here, we can move a little bit further up, yeah, something like this. I don't know. Yeah, so we can also move this back down, or let's pick it like this and just deselect these. Can I lock them, by the way? That would be interesting to know. Let's move this down as well. So I don't think we need this. We can make this one static and reduce the size to 500 as well. That would be here. So this is the more this is a more vertical, horizontal version of the stage. What we can do is move this one up here. I don't know, this doesn't make sense. But we can keep it. So we can do something like this. Can move this up here. We can remove that one, and we can move these ones. Back up here, like so. Let's also pick these. and just move it up here. Something like this. We can do those to be not selected, and then do something like this. I don't know. Let's copy this one, move it over here, and do it like this, and move it like so. I mean, can do something like this. I think this should be enough. And then move this one down as well. I'm just quickly doing this right now, so don't be surprised that I'm working a little bit ugly right now, so I can also put something in here, something like this. Should be fine. So I think for testing purposes, this one is alright. It does some Z fighting, but I don't care right now. Can also do is move this one in here. Or we can also do it like so. And then move this one up here. And then one to the bottom. Something like this. This does sound good. And then we can also move this one a little bit further up, so the character actually fits through. I mean, we can do whatever we want. We can also do it like this. I think we can put this one here, and we can put one of those here. So something like this. Or even better, we can also sometimes use letters. In this case, I would like to use one letter. Move the letter to the screen. Put the Z axis to the Y axis to 0. I don't know, something like this. I think 5 would be enough. Sounds good. Move this one here. One further, and then an enemy would be here, for instance. Okay, let's give it a try. What we can do actually is put some hiding spots in here, because this will be the spot where we can enable the shooting dude. But before we come to that, let's give this one a try and see how it works. So we start here, and we can move a little bit to the side, and then we'll move as well, like this. Okay, this looks cool. We can go in here and then move over there. Yes, this does look pretty nice, to be honest. Okay. So the only thing what's a little bit weird is this one placed to I think this should be fine. We can move this one up as well, like so. Perfect. Okay, let's give it another shot and see what happens. Yeah, this could be all places that where enemies are placed. So I can also move back. So let's see. Nice. So I cannot jump over there, so I have to walk that path, and then we can walk. Yeah, that's it. This one is placed a little bit too further down. We move it up. But that's pretty much it where we want it to go. So maybe something like this. And what if I need to find a way, because this will be tedious later on. Let's set up starting points easier. But to be honest, I can just select this or what is this? 5. I can just go in here. Tell him that it's number 5 we want to start with. Oh, there's another one? Yes, there is. We can place them both here. And then do something like this, tack, tack, and then we can get over here. Basically, we can also move this one a little bit further to the side. Like so. Let's move the character here and then do it like this. So what happens when we get in this screen? So we do not end up in there. Yeah, that's perfect. We can also remove that and use one of these. Something like this does sound a lot better. So tuck, tuck. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect setup right now. I'm fine with this. We have 0 verticality in this in this stage, it's just going to the right, but that's actually nothing that is hurting us. I can set up the starting points pretty easily, so I will keep that as it is. I won't waste much more time on it. Yeah. So the next question is, how do we... Let's move this back again. Let's move this back again. Maybe. Yes, I can. I can start a recording. Oh, oops. Oopsie daisy. Okay, so let's set this up like this, and I will quickly start a recording for Renato so I can show him the current progress. So I changed now the level design to be more horizontal, and this is how it looks like right now. So you can go here, everywhere here we can place some enemies. This could be a spot where the enemy is shooting in the background and you have to get up here, like get there. Okay, like so. And while the enemy is shooting in the background. This could be also another spot where we can enable this. Maybe this is even a better spot. The only problem is that the rockets come from the top, so he won't hit you when you're down here because you have a roof up there. But nevertheless, this is how the stage is gonna look like when it's more horizontal, and I think it does work. Yeah, I think it doesn't feel less cool without verticality. Okay. I have to quickly send this. Give me a second. Da-da-da-dum. Okay. So with this said, we can start implementing, and this is, I think, also the to-do for today. We can start implementing the function to have some spots where you can enable the boss in the background. So we can do this in C++ with a base and then create blueprints from it. So for this I will go to actors, and in here we do have the stage actors, but this is not what I want. What I want is not spawner, level manager, stage actor. As you can see, the project could be a little bit more structured, which is kind of sad, but I won't refactor everything by now. It's good as it is, it works, and so what's the point of stage actors? Maybe we can take a look. I think stage actors are things that do have life points, for instance. We go in here, we should see something like dynamic. No, it's always a shootable stage actor has life points. Okay, the stage actor has some visibility, a box component, but this is not what we want. These boxes don't have any visibility at all, so we don't need a stage actor. What we need is just an actor. And we go next, and we call this Hutch and Butch. The code is hundb, and we call this one how do we call this one? We can call this we need good names. We can call this enabler. Hutch and Butch enabler. That's how we call it. And we will also put the name in here so it creates a subfolder. So what we want is actually, we also want we also want an interface. We also want an interface, which I will also just create here. When this is done, for God's sake, this takes quite some time. I don't know why. What he's doing. The code, no, right now. We go here to the public. Do I have interfaces? Yes, I do have interfaces. Interactable, damageable, counterable, shooter, and we can make a new one, which will be Unreal Interface, and we call this Hutch and Butch enabler. No. Enableable. Enableable. What's that? What kind of name is this? Enableable. Enableable. Activatable. Activatable. Is this correct? Is this even correct? Let me put this into some kind of yes, it is. Okay. Activatable, I think that's fine. We can keep it. Let's do this one, and when it's done, we can close the editor. What kind of music is this? This is like getting me crazy. Let's move to Final Fantasy VII. Much better. Okay, so since we are done with this, let's save this one and close the engine and move on to the code. So what we have here is this class does not need to be modified, so I won't do it. An interface that allows activate and deactivate functionalities. Okay. So we do have interface. Okay, I don't need that. U function. We will have two U functions. The first one is activate, and this. But let me quickly. What can we add here? Blueprint callable. That's for sure. What else? This function can be implemented in blueprints or level blueprint graph. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. This function is designed to be overridden by blueprint, but also has default native implementation. Yes, this one. think we also need this one. So we have activate and we have deactivate, of course. Deactivate, and for both we will need voids. Okay, so it cannot be both this and that. Okay, I'm fine with this. Activate implementation. And this one will be the activate implementation. And then we can create. Holy moly, this is not what I was aiming for. Where is this? There. So what's your problem? Create a definition. Why character base? This has nothing to do with the character base. No, 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 I won't. No idea, but activatable wallet, and then something like this. Okay. Yeah, the editor here is sometimes really crazy. For any functions that are not pure virtual. Do I have to add this even? Let's move on. I will just do whatever I think is right, and then later on I will correct it. No biggie. Let me quickly just kick this guy. These spams. Like so, and then... Okay, let's move on. So we have the activatable, and we also want to implement that, but not in here. I would rather do this in here. Okay. What we need here is the enabler will have a box component. So I'll quickly describe what I want to do, and then first clean this one here up. Can keep this, even though I probably don't need it. Yep. So what the enable needs to do is it needs to have a box component. So that's why I will include a t object pointer. Don't forget the u property of type t object ptr, and then it will be u box component, and this box component will be the root, I guess, because there's nothing else needed in here. Edit anywhere. Edit anywhere. Blueprint, read, write, and then also finally we need category, but for now we'll keep it like this because I will need to restart this. So so the code is recognized again in the correct way. Exactly like this. So we will forward declare this. Perfect. And what we have in here is this one, and in here we can define this. So box component will be create default sub-object of type view box component, and it will have the text, the title box component, that's fine. Set root component, it will be this one. Include components, box component. Now it should be working. And when we have this, there is also something we want to set here. We can have one item to be set, but we can also have an array. So we will use an array. The array. That's don't forget the U property. The array of type. Yeah, of type I activatable. Include this, include interfaces. So this should be working. TRA of activatable. Activatables, assigned activatables, and edit anywhere, blueprint, read, write, and category will be the enabler. That's also what we want to add here. So what's your problem here? We also need a list of pointers here. Perfect. I will quickly find out what the issue here is. That's what AI is good for. I don't have to think that much my own. I can quickly ask What's the problem? My AI is broken. Why is it broken? Now I have to debug Gemini. That's weird. That's strange, okay. Unreal Header tool only supports reflected types. Raw plus interface pointers are not U objects and cannot be garbage collected, okay? Cannot generate reflection data for them, so it fails. Correct way, the T-script interface or U object constraints in your interface. T-script interface, what is that? What is T-script interface? T-script interface. So like this. Templated version of the script interface which provides accessors and operators for referencing the interface. Okay. You know what? I don't care. If that works, I don't care. I mean, I can also do it differently, but for now, this should be fine. Did I ever, by the way, implement the controller in here, or it was just a blueprint version? That could be true. I think I only have a blueprint version of the controller, which then means it's totally fine. I can move on with this. And so I need to get this running, and if I can implement the interface correctly in Unreal in the blueprints version, it will be completely fine. But what we need to do is we need to set this box component, set profile, collision profile name should be something like, I think it was player detector, something like this. Let's try that. What we also need to do is we need to, but not here, we need to do some collision stuff. So on component overlap, on component begin overlap, dot add dynamic No, not this. I want just this. This, and what we will do is, I hate this. On overlap. We'll call it on overlap. This should be fine. And what we also do is do the same with on component and overlap. The thing is that we need to copy over these signatures real quick. Navigating to definition, it takes a while, it's very slow. So we can copy this, which will be the base for my begin overlap, on overlap, on and overlap, on begin overlap, on end overlap. Okay. So in here we can make a protected function, u function, which will be a void on begin overlap, and then copy in this thing into overlap component. Okay, this sounds good. Copy that. Remove this one. This is a little bit tedious, but it needs to be done. It is what it is. I'll quickly do it. I hate to do it, but it needs to be done. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I will just leave it as it is. And then we will copy this one on and call it on and overlap. And what and overlap is, I think it's pretty much the same without this. I think it's pretty much the same without this, but we will quickly verify. But this will go in here. And end overlap, and overlap signature. Other comp, other body index. Yes, that's it. Yeah, it's just without those two. Yes, yes, yes. So we can go back in here and take a look. It looks fantastic in here. We will say that. We will create a definition for end overlap, and we will also create the definition for begin overlap. And for this, we will also need to copy these two because we need them here. Perfect on begin overlap, on end overlap. So when we enter on begin overlap, we want to activate and deactivate. Hopefully we can get this running in a second on begin overlap. Yes, 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 I forgot this one. I know. No. Now it should be working. What's the issue? On begin overlap, it doesn't have a member. It does, but I have a point here. That's the issue. Yeah, no, it's working. Okay, perfect. So when we come in here, we know the overlapping thing is a player, but we don't care about the player right now. What we care about is what we set up in here. So the assigned activatables. When we are in here, we can check for Assigned activatable. Auto. I think it's double point. So this one is, this will be of type interface. Auto. Yes, we can do it like this. Okay. Extract the function. Activate assigned items. Perfect. Then what we can also do is copy this over here, deactivate, and we call this function deactivate assigned items. Nice. Okay, so let's check what he generated, which is fine. New function. Can add this one. Blueprint callable. Category will be this thing, and we will copy that over here. Move this one down. Make sure we can move these two up. And this way it looks better. So we save this and build and pray. What we will do now is build and pray. If it works. What is this? Variable type or name. Missing variable type or name. What variable type is missing? It's missing nothing. And it's void. Function return type missing. I don't know. Let's build and pray. I think the interface is going to make some problems. It's not supposed to be used like this, but yeah, let's check. Actually, it's here. Okay. So our U function is a problem, right? What is it missing? It's the U function. Blueprint callable. The return type is void. And then? Ah, okay. I don't know why I had these semicolons here. Let's build it again. Yeah, the interface could make some trouble. But let's see. Let's see if it builds. It doesn't. Yes, let's see. Compiler error. Hutch and Butch. Oh. Activatable. What is this? When did I throw this one in? I don't know when I did this. This is double as well. I don't need this. I can't remember that I added that. Maybe some code completion stuff. Okay, let's check. Next error will be the activatable, I suppose. Building and then boom. What have I broken? Character base. What did I delete? This is not needed, right? Because we already have that. Controllers. It's exactly this, so we don't need that. That's fine. And there's nothing else in here. Hutch and Butch player controller. Yeah, this is alright. It should be working. Attempting to cast incomplete types. I'm attempting to cast incomplete types. I don't want to cast incomplete types. When did I implement this? It did work before. Why is it all of a sudden? I think the issue is somewhere else. Seems like it only refers to this, which is a little bit strange because I haven't added anything here. But okay, well, we can comment that out and then that's very weird. Characters. Let's restart the editor because I think it's again in some kind of hiccup state all the time. I don't know. I really hate this. Let's check. It should at least show me the error now, because this one is actually not known to anything here. So how will it be able to cast? Dude, it shouldn't be able to cast. But it's also not saying anything, which is weird. Yes, of course. It's throwing some errors. It's just not showing some errors. It's just throwing errors, but not telling me that it's wrong. Okay, let's include characters, and then player. I don't know why this is in. Oh yeah, okay. Characters. Why do we not components? It's still not working. Why is it not working? Close this, close this, close this. Player controller, we can add this one. And then should be knowing the player. I don't know why this is red now. Just ignore. Yeah, it's a truly horrible experience to work with Visual Studio in regards to C++ and Unreal Engine. But this builds now, I don't know why. I don't know how it's ever built, but all of a sudden, it builds now. Which is fine by me, but that's stupid. Okay, so we do have this now. The question is the controller. Check this. Yeah, there it is. The parent class is actor, probably. Yes, it is. Okay. When we go here in class defaults, can I set up class settings? Interfaces, inherited interfaces, none, implemented interfaces. Okay. So what we will is activatable. Oh, it is there. Perfect. Okay, and now yeah. Oh, perfect. There it is. Implement event. Implement events. Okay, so we have these two now, and what we only need to do is this and this. So activate is here, and deactivate is here, and it should be working. Let's move back to the event graph. Activated to. Let's get the print string. And what we want to write is activate through. How was it called? Enabler. Deactivated. This is actually, guys, learn from me, from my fails. This is horrible naming conventions, because the object is named enabler, but the function it's enabling, it's called active or activate or deactivate. This is also in the wrong order. You already spotted that probably. I didn't. Okay. Perfect. So deactivated through enabler. And what we need to do is go back in here, and inside there our actor was called, I think, enabler or something like this. Enabler. Yeah, this is horrible, but it is what it is. We create a new blueprint from this and go into actors. We call this one, make a new folder, enabler. BP enabler. Perfect. So what we have now is this thing. It should have the profile. It should have the correct profile. Where is it? Collision. It should have the player detector. It does have the player detector. And we should be able to configure this when I add it to the stage. So give me a second. Let's move this in here. Let's move this up there. Let's get in here, and the shape will be, I don't know, 500. 500. Yeah, and no, this was 50 was fine, and 500. Perfect. Make sure you can 150. 150, that's fine. So when the player enters this, we want to enable some stuff. And what we want to enable is actually, maybe it's already selectable, assigned activatables. Oh. It would have been too nice if I could select the controller from here. No results in my filter, okay. Where is it? Enabler, and then I need to compile this maybe. And now it's not appearing. Let's check the activatable or the enabler. This is what we need to check, and then here T-script interface. T subclass of I have absolutely no idea if this will work, but you know what? We will try. Did it build? No, it didn't. Okay. Because this doesn't make sense. Can I do it like this? Let's see. That would be nice. Nope, I cannot. Yeah, the problem is I mean, we can easily fix this by not using this, but an actor, and just cast to it. Need to have script. Okay, you know what? I will quickly ask ChatGPT. Make items selected. Yeah, it has to be actor. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we need to do it like I told you. We need to do a actor and we can keep this. What's this? What's the prompt here? Yeah, we need pointers and what we need to do in here is actually we can include this first. And then what we need to do is at the bottom auto activate double is cast to exactly like so, and what we will do is we throw this one in here, copy this one in there. That should be fine. That should be working now. Oh, okay. Ah, nice. Okay, so there. Now we can quickly try it out together. So what I would like to achieve is that when I select something in here, now it will show me all of the actors. I don't want that. What I want is to limit that. I want to limit that, and in order to limit that, we can use a meta thing. Okay, we must do I have to use the eye? Okay, let's check activatable. Okay, according to ChatGPT, this should be working. Okay. I'm curious. It's a lot of guessing here. But let's see. Let's save this. Must implement did nothing. Maybe we have to close this first. Let's rerun this. Too quick. Let's rerun this again. The reflective type and the metadata key must reference the reflective type name, which is Let's check if this works. Or is it? Here we are, the enabler, and then nope, I can still select all of them. It would have been too nice if this worked out of the box, but let's see if the rest of the code works actually. So let's select the controller. And we should be seeing, let's move on, or let's move this one over here. So when I enter this, then it should, yeah, activate this thing. Boom! It exploded. So what's the issue? Do not directly call event functions in interfaces. Call execute. Okay. Get it. I get it. The problem was that I was calling this one. Execute. Activate. Execute. Deactivate. Now it should be working. And you know what? Activate implementation. Deactivate implementation. Now it should work. Let's give it another try. Let's see. It does nothing. Let's check when we run this into the selected viewport. Nope. Does it actually detect the player? Let's log that. It's this one and then this one. Okay, so let's build this and then check what we get logged. Yes. So the problem is, it seems like it's not getting past here, which is a little bit strange. Or does it? Let's give it another try. It should still log. It will cast to activatable. Actually, either it never comes into this, which would be weird, because we do have an item. Or it works. It does work, okay. Maybe I didn't save the controller changes. Nope, it should work. Save this controller, okay. Let's maybe move this here. These things should trigger, right? but it's not. It's not triggering. But why is it not triggering? I have a guess. My guess is... You know what? He'll activate... Let's try it like this. Let's see if this works. Maybe this is why I should... That's maybe why I should use these functions instead. And then I probably also don't need to cast... Fuck! Oh, no, I didn't want to. Let's close this. I build this again. Okay, which is totally fine. Let's see what happens when we use that execute. Oh! It does. Okay. So what should happen then is if we have something like this in here, it should then be working. Yes, I think I turned that off. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay. That's why. Let's give it another try. Perfect. Perfect! And what we can also do is when we apply this, we also want to enable aiming. Perfect. It does work. Okay. This is nice. We got things working. There might be some weird stuff. But you know what? We can also fix that real quick. Let's see what happens. Okay. When we enter this, yeah, the aiming starts like very far away. Disable aiming, which is also fine. So the thing is, we do have enable aiming here. We also have disable aiming here. Stop timers. The thing is that we can check the crosshair. Let's check this one. Set position to reset location. Okay. Okay, we can use that. Position. It's not the best way, but if it works, it works. Nice. Actually, we can move this. In here. Perfect. So what we can do is delete this thing, move this one to the right, and then we have a good state. Perfect. So I'm gonna give this a shot now. See, the aiming does work now. Nice. Okay. Let's save this. We have done enough. Let's close this. Let's make a commit together. We call this suburbs aiming area and level now horizontal. Commit and push. Thank you for watching. I hope it was interesting to some of you, and whoever stumbles upon this stream, I hope you enjoy watching us work on this project. And if there's any questions, feel free to ask. I will answer them. And yeah, follow our stream, follow our YouTube channel, and leave a like. And I hope you have a great evening. Bye bye.